Yes, what's happening, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the K-Swap Coupe. Right, now, hopefully today we can get some nitty-gritty stuff done and we can have a driving. So that is the plan and what I said last video. I've just been cracking on with other stuff. So I've basically started this video before I've even touched it from the last. So yeah, you're going to have everything included. I'm going to install my shafts, install the front suspension. I'll show you, we'll go through it. So yeah, gonna get the shafts in. Got the half shaft on already. Gonna be getting a traction bar on today. I'm gonna show you how to do that. As obviously, if you look back at my other videos, I always use traction bar. And yeah, that's I've sort of done it loads of times on my video. I've done the ones where you have to adapt the wishbones and weld on the bracket. This one should bolt straight on. Gonna finish getting the brakes on. Got new pads going in there as well. Obviously the discs are new, as you can see. They've just been sat on the side for ages. That's surface rust, that's nothing that'll come off. I meant to have new brake lines, but they're still not here. So yeah, I'm gonna rock and roll and get to it, and hopefully we can drive this about and get this outside for a wash today. That is the plan. Let's go. All right, I've just started to unbox the traction bar. Thought I'd better do a bit of a video on it and show you what you exactly get. Right, basically in here you got the traction bar which goes across the front. Like if you can see where my finger is here, this little notch there, that got 3 bolts to unscrew. When I do it, I'll show you anyway. And then one the other side, and that's what the main bar screws to. And then you've got 2 poles that come off of that, which go to these brackets, and then brackets then bolt on the wishbones. And yeah, basically it just comes with all the hardware. So this ain't the expensive traction bar, but they all do the same job, so why waste big money when you can do it with this? They do the same thing. Obviously this probably isn't as strong as durable as the other ones, but I mean at 400 or 500 horsepower, maybe 400-500 tops, that will hold up because I've used them. So yeah, that's what comes in the kit, guys. Let's get to fitting it. Okay guys, I've been slogging it away for about 40 minutes, 35-40 minutes, and this side is done now. And I'm going to now explain the traction bar side of things and just show you it buttoned up really, so you get an idea if you want to fit one. In my opinion, one of the best mods you can do for a front wheel drive turbo car, because it stops wheel hop, and when you're giving it beans and that, instead of the car bouncing and jumping, the way the traction bar is set out with the wishbones and things like that, with the wheel spin, it's like it wants to pull the car more into the floor. So it's a very, very good mod and a very cheap mod to help you out. So I'd recommend it to anyone. But it's back together like this side, and I'm going to show you. So yeah, we have it together. Unfortunately, the brake pads my mate gave me and said they would fit. They don't fit, they're wrong brake pads. The notches won't go in, it just doesn't fit. So I'll put the old ones back in for the time. As you can see, oh, Jesus, they have got millions of meat on it anyway. So I've got a new disc with the old brake pads. Obviously, it's not great, it's not the best thing in the world, but it will do. Suspension all back together, everything back together. Yeah, and this is the bracket for the traction bar. Now, this obviously stays there and this stays here, and this, let me try and show you on the camera. Right, hang on a second, sorry, it's a bit awkward filming. They're the 3 bolts I was on about, and there's some on the other side as well. And yeah, that bolt's the main part of the traction bar, and then you've got a bracket that goes here. And basically a bar comes from there, bolts onto there, and obviously pulls the whole thing chassis tight together, the wishbone to the front, and just makes more of a tighter thing. And obviously if I could have a strut brace as well, that'd make the front a lot tighter. But obviously with the sidewinder there, I'm not sure if they do one that sits over the sidewinder. But yeah, that's that buttoned up. Shaft's in, obviously it's not properly buttoned up yet, but it's in for the time. All the others are steering rods, everything's done on there. So that's ready to basically zip up the drive shaft, put the wheel on, and put that bar on. So here's the bar I'm on about. So yeah, these 2 of these, then you've got 2 rose joints on the end of them, and basically, yeah, one of them goes here and the other one's to the other side, and that's how they bolt up. So yeah, it's pretty pretty good bit of kit, and I recommend it to anyone. Look at that, when I turn the steering, there's still power steering fluid in the rack. It's peed out everywhere. Down here, I have that little nozzle there. The reason I fitted that on is because maybe power steering in the future. But yeah, so that's where I'm at the time. I'm gonna get the rest together and try and get it down, and we're gonna get her fired up and moved, hopefully. I'm gonna get on with it now, guys. We'll go a bit lunch first, but yeah, I'll crack on. All right, guys, I was finishing up the suspension side of things on the car. Excuse me, I'm still ill. Been ill for like a week and a half now. Still my nutting. Anyway, yeah, I was buttoning up the suspension side of things, and I started to finish off traction bar, and I thought I'd just go through it with you with a bit more detail for anyone who hasn't done it before. Let me show you now. Obviously, that's that suspension side of things done. That's that side done. All buttoned up. All buttoned up. We're all good. All good in the hood. Right. This is what I was on about the rose joints. Right, so you got one M each end. They screw into this pole you get here. One screws normal thread, one's a reverse thread. Now, when that's on the car, obviously one of them needs to be a reverse thread so you can tighten the bar, obviously, to the wishbone. That's the way they're meant to be. Don't think you've got it wrong because it's eBay stuff. That's how they go. And then obviously this, one end goes to there, and the other end goes to that bracket I showed you. And they say, I can't really do it one-handed, but yeah, they go in like that. So you need to make sure they're right buttoned up, and then slot them in. And then once they're in, you obviously adjust the nuts on the end, and it gives a nice tightens up the whole front end. Makes a massive difference. So now, got to finish that off, and then once I've done that, we're going to jump on to filling up the gearbox with oil, filling up the clutch reservoir, bleed the clutch, and then I'm going to jack up the back of the car, move it over, move this car out the way, and then get this in the middle and reverse it out, hopefully. Hopefully we're all good. Yes, it's going to be open header life, so it's going to be pretty noisy. Yes, I'm going to have to get that throttle cable out the way as well before you say anything or think anything. So let's get to it, guys. Let's get on with it. And there you go, guys. It's exactly what I was on about. She's all installed both sides. That's how she'll look from the top. And then, as I said, I keep telling you, I can't tell you how much support that gives you. That really does change the way the car drives. Obviously, I've not tightened it properly yet. It's tight, but I've not tightened it enough. When the car's down, it's settled on suspension for a bit, and it's just settled in, and I'll get the right ride height. Then I'll adjust that just how I want it. And then once we're all finished with the car, and obviously back suspensions as well, because I've got to change that yet, and she's driving properly, then I'll go for tracking, and I'll get everything done all the way around the car. So she's lovely on the road. All we've got to do now, fill up gearbox, bleed the clutch, get some wheels on it, and hopefully we can drive her out of here. Yeah, boy. All right, guys. It's been a minute. Them clips you see of a good few weeks back now. Jesus Christ. I don't even know how long them clips are. But I thought I'd just drop this video for you because obviously you lot are probably thinking, where the hell was he gone? What's going on? I've seen things on Insta, blah, 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 all sorts. But I'm just going to wrap up everything now for you. Basically, the unit is gone. No more unit. I've not got the unit no more. So, basically, all the work I'm going to do on my car now is going to continue on my driveway, back to the driveway stuff. But when I open or close, I'll leave it closed anyway. But yeah, so it's good news and obviously bad news. The bad news is obviously everything's practically weather dependent now, and obviously time dependent as well due to obviously my job and obviously my kids. So yeah, just time to. Do you know what it was? I was at the unit obviously when I was off work, and then I was at work, and there was just no time for the family, my kids and things like that. And the unit was getting wasted. I couldn't have as many cars in there as I wanted anymore. I didn't have time to do things, and it just got a bit much. And the missus was moaning, wasting money every month on on a unit that I'm not even hardly using anymore, and time, you know, anyway, anyone who's been in my situation with family, missus and kids and all that stuff, you'll know how it gets. And obviously I'm not young no more, I'm getting on a bit now. It's my birthday this month, so yeah, I'm not young anymore, and obviously life gets in the way, so I've had to get rid of the unit and drop that. But the good news is I'm only going to be having content really on my car now on this channel. So, and I know it was obviously mainly my car anyway, but I'm only going to sort of be working on my car from now on. So the channel will have more updates, obviously, just on what I'm doing and a lot of stuff. I will try and get it updated as much as I can. But a lot's been happening, to be honest, with the car, and it's actually very close to completion. I've not filmed a great deal of it, to be honest with you, because I don't know why. I've just been cracking on outside. I said it's been on the driveway, so I've been smashing it out. And we've come a long way, to be honest. We've come a very long way. The car does drive now, and the car is practically there. What I'll do is, once I finish jabbering on about everything, I will give you a rundown of the car and how things are. But yeah, currently I've ordered the last couple of bits I'll need for the car to make it complete. And then as soon as that, well, they've turned up, then I shall be finishing it off and going to get it tuned with obviously the main man, Jesse, as always. But let me go through right now what I've done and where the car's at and show you a few things. So this is how she stands. She's all together, all suspensions on, sitting, to be fair, I want it a bit higher than that, but the back's on the highest setting, sitting low. She's all practically there already. Change of seats. This one's fully bolted and mounted. I need to mount that one yet, but that's where we're at. I said everything is practically done in here. Got a slight leak, which is my fault. I've got to sort out, but yeah, we'll get that sorted. So here she is under the bay. She is ready. Right, since the last video you seen me mocking up, I think another one, maybe, I can't remember, but this is my manifold. This is the equal length Sidewinder, custom made for me by, as you can see, the main man, Fab. He sorted it out for me nice, and obviously got everything positioned. Obviously with a genuine tailgate that I picked up a little while back. Max Peden rods turbo. I'll tell you exactly why I'm going to use one of them in a minute. Obviously it's not bolted on properly yet. This is just how it's sat at the time. I haven't got the oil feed or nothing yet. I'm currently waiting for a stainless steel sump to turn up. I have ordered it, but obviously I want to run a stainless sump because, I don't know if I can see it from here, you might be able to see it. The car, the K series does sit pretty low, and it has got aluminium sump, so if you tap that they usually shatter. Whereas if you've got a stainless one, obviously I accidentally tap it, it should only dent, and obviously aware me that I've tapped it. So that was the smartest move, I thought, to get one of them. And then when I've got that, I will plumb the turbo in properly. But yeah, that's basically how it's sitting under here. I have got my intercooler now. I've got, I think, just about everything ordered apart from a wideband and a 4-bar map sensor. But that's how she's looking under there. Nice and pretty. So these are going to be getting painted at my workshop where I work, and they're going to be getting the lovely job. I've got mates sorting them. But yeah, that's where we are, all buttoned up. She runs and drives, as I said. Obviously since the last time you see it on them clips earlier, I was just getting traction bar on, but obviously I've got all the shafts in now. I've got absolutely everything done, and I'm very happy with the way she's coming out. Got my fabricator booked in, possibly, I think, in the next sort of couple of weeks to get the piping made for the turbo. Obviously to the intercooler, I've got a few plans with the intercooler which I'll show you. And then once that's done, I've got all this stuff to make the exhaust system and the screamer pipe. So we're going to, yeah, make the full exhaust system and the screamer pipe. But that's how she's sitting. So yeah, she's in. She needs tidying up in here, obviously. But I was showing some people on Instagram as well. I had these off. If you had got me on Insta, you would have seen how clean the car is. Look, there is not one drop. That's not rust, that's dirt, by the way. If it was starting to come through, it's nothing. That is no rust there at all. Clean as anything. What a clean car for the age. So yeah, basically got to tidy up in here, get this seat mounted. Had to move this back a bit. I had a bit of trouble with these gear cables. But yeah, it's all sort of sorted now. But yeah, that's what I've got to do in here. Got to tidy up in here. Currently looking for a handbrake surround for EJ9 if anyone has any, or EJ6 I mean. But yeah, if anyone has one, let me know, and then I shall purchase it off you. I need them and the headlight brackets. You know, these little metal headlight brackets. I'm missing one of them. So yeah, as I said, the car does drive. Progress has been happening. I haven't just been jamming and doing other things. I've been working on the car to get it where I want. Hoping to be on the road with it about 4 weeks, hopefully, with time, the way time is and things. So yeah, I'm hoping to be driving on the road in about 4 weeks. It's been a long time coming. The car's coming out really nice. I said I've got a few finishing touches. I'm happy with it, and I can't wait to get out boosting. So she's going to be fun. I'm going to leave little things, I said, like I might post up, like the clocks have got automatic clocks. I want some other clocks in there as well. But yeah, I'm going to try and update the channel as much as I can. Obviously, when I go for mapping, there'll be some big updates. And obviously, when I'm out driving on the road, I'll get some good footage in that. And I want to go Centre Pod as well. But unfortunately, I'm waiting on my fabricator at the moment. I said he's a busy man. So as soon as he's free and he can come and do it, we're going to get this exhaust done and the intercooler. And then I can really start buttoning things up. But again, like, yeah, it's not a downer that my unit's gone. Pretty happy about it, to be honest. Yeah, so I like doing the work on my driveway, because that's probably why I haven't filmed much, to be honest with you, because when it's on my driveway, if the weather's okay and obviously it's got an evening, I can nick an hour or two on the driveway, getting little bits buttoned up, I'll go and do it. Whereas at my unit, I had to drive all the way to the unit, open up the unit, blah, blah, blah. So then drive all the way back. It was more of make a day of it rather than do an hour or two on it, if that makes sense. So when it's here, I can just get little bits done. But yeah, it's not a downer for the channel. People may think, oh no, it's not a downer. Honestly, I promise you, it just gives me more time for my car. And yeah, I'm very happy about it. So apologies for the lack of content. You guys have probably been waiting for an update on this K-swap for a while now, and I've had so many messages and like people asking like, what's happening, man? I hope you're well, blah blah blah. I've not seen no updates. Like, the car, I've seen pictures but not much of the car, blah blah blah. But yeah, everything is good, everything's going good. And yeah, I'm just dealing with life at the minute. There's nothing bad about it at the minute. It's just time, innit? You got other priorities other than just YouTube. If I was a professional YouTuber and I was getting thousands of pounds every month and enough to make a living, granted, YouTube would be the one, but I'm not. And I don't expect to, because I haven't got enough content and I probably don't put enough into YouTube to become one of them YouTubers. So maybe in the future, you never know, but at the current point in time, no, definitely not. I'm just going to plod along doing what I do, help you guys out. You can watch the videos and watch and learn and think, oh, I'm going to do it like that, or nah, I definitely won't do it like that. Yeah, just see the journey on me and my K-swaps. So, but that being said, I'm going to end this video here because there's a lot of babbling, and you're probably thinking, bloody hell, babbling on a bit, but just giving you the heads up on everything. So Don't want the channel to die. Want to keep it going, grow a bit still. But I'm not gonna be. It's not gonna be weekly uploads. There might be a phase where I go through a patch of uploads, and then obviously it might go quiet for a little bit again. But yeah, I'll do what I can. So everyone who's messaged me, thank you for the support, and obviously anyone who's liked and subscribed and watched my videos, and yeah, thank you for the support. I do really appreciate it. But this ain't the end. There is more coming. So thanks again. And if you haven't subscribed and your first video you're watching, go look at my channel. There is a hell of a lot of content on Hondas. Even there's a couple of other bits on there as well, but there's so many videos on my channel of stuff to do with Hondas. In the past 3 or 4 years I've had it up now. I can't actually believe how many videos I've managed to get out, but there's so much content for you out there, like if you go back on my channel. So I hope you're watching this. As I said, like, subscribe, share. I'll see you again in the next one. We'll have some better updates.